Hello and welcome. My name is Nilaus and this is episode 24 of our Let's Play campaign of C Block. This is a summary episode, so if you have not caught on to the last stream, then this is probably a good place to catch up on what's going on in the base. Well, first and foremost, let's have a look at this. What is this? This is trains in a C Block campaign. Well, the trains are not really there. I mean, I have built the trains, but I have not started them. But I built this tiny station. I had to build it like as close as possible. The way this one is structured is that I have two unloading locations. I think I'd actually want them to have the same name. And then I guess I would actually rather want them to have like active unloaders. So basically stuff comes in, goes out. Here it's going to be slightly different. Here I'll have two unloading stations. I guess I'll figure out how to do that better. Could I maybe get one more? No, I don't think so. Then I have to be like curving out, going around here, curving, and then coming in here. That would be really awkward. Anyway, this is about as small a station as I can build. It works. I think it works, but we don't know. Let's have a look at the map view of the trains, because the trains are going out here. This one I need to clear out with some water block. That was a mistake. You can see I've tried clearing up the mistake here because I actually wanted like long distance before heading out into the next location. The first location we're building is a solar panel build. And actually, the idea is that we'll have this long stretch and then an island with a certain theme. In this case, it will be solar panels, and then further out, or maybe even go south, I don't know, go out here. So I'm going to have to move all of these solar panels gradually out here, but that's not something, that's just something I'm going to do at some point. So I have a solar panel island. That means we can basically request solar panels to this location, for example. And once it's full, it will generate a train, get over here, send it out, and then it'll place itself because I just threw out the solar panels or power poles around here. So I think that's going to be a nice way to automate my solar panel construction. I've also managed to clear out some space. It took a while to clear out some space. Had to do some more changes. This is our huge storage area with logistic storage. It works really well. Let's have a look at this logistic storage. We have a lot of landfill, a lot of geodes. We're gonna have to find a way to convert the geodes into something else, because right now it's just junk. I mean, it's quite a significant amount of geodes we have here, and they'll need to be converted. If we just have a look on geode, let's just take the cyan. That's the one we have the most ingredient in, either in crystal slurry or in geode processing. Geode processing gives us, yeah, so either we can move this towards gems, in this case diamonds are nice, or we can make it towards the crystal slurry, which gives us some crystal slurry, and crystal slurry can be used to make crystal slurry coal filtering products, crystal seedlings to mineral sludge. Yeah, so I can make it back into mineral sludge again. That's the part I could do. It's a bit annoying one because it needs mineralized water, so I need actually quite a lot of things. What about this one? This is even the ceramic. So it's not exactly a cheap way, but it might be worth it anyway. Alternatively, make it into seedlings, and seedlings can then be made into the different ore in a much more convenient way. So definitely the seedlings will be, all of the geodes will be used to make gems once we get that far. Since we don't. So the next thing we actually built this episode, I'll actually tag this one on. I just noticed that this one does not have a copper because I had to scale up copper. Let's have a look at the build everything base, because this is where the action is. The action right now is on building these, and there's kind of a bit of a problem right now because I don't have solder, because I do not have tin. You can see tin here is not doing very well, and I'll just figure out where that is. But what is new and what have we built last time, that's the part we should focus on, is actually up here. Look at this. This is this area here. We start building some module cases, some gold plates, and that means that enables us to build lots of speed circuit boards. So we are now deep into the circuits. You can also have here. I've reserved these three slots because there are if you look at beacon or modules, there are 3 levels. There's also another one that's called speed processor board, I think. So I need 3 of these tiers for each. They have the same recipe, and I have marked them at 1000. Also up here, 1000. Yes, that's a lot to have marked, but it gives us what we need. And then over here I have here, this is a kind of a unique way of doing it. You can see this is mark 1, 2, 3, and 4. So basically this one goes from here in, this one goes from here in here, from here in that one, and that one. So this one is requesting all the items. You can see how many items are in here. And basically when it's done from 1, it goes into number 2. When it's done from number 2, it goes into number 3. When it's done with 3, it goes into number 4. When it's done with 4, it goes out, and then it's scaled at 100. So I now have actually 100 speed module 4. I cannot go higher than 4 at this point. Let's see. Well, I could actually do the research though, for example, but I cannot build them because they require polished ruby and polished ruby and polished ruby. So I guess rubies are the next thing we need to do. And after that we have emerald, topaz, and lastly it's diamonds. So those are all needed. And basically the way I look at it is I'll start using the Mark IV because they're easy to make. They don't require any gems. And then I'll gradually start building towards the Mark 8. And then from there on we'll be working exclusively on Mark 8s. Notice that the Mark 8, those are the ones we really need. Mark 8 speed modules, they are as good as they usually are. 80% speed, 60% or 60% speed, 80% energy productivity. However, the productivity are absolutely garbage. They are only at plus 12 productivity, which means that that's a lot less than they used to. But I mean, it's 12 productivity, no reason to complain about it. These buildings here have 5 slots, and as you go higher up, they will have 6 slots. So it's still 6 times 12, that's 72% additional productivity. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's pretty good. And we can see the base is pretty much working. We can look at our display over here. I've moved it slightly so we can see what we're doing here. So the aluminum ore is not keeping up, but ingots and plates are keeping up. It's actually quite strange why this is not able to keep up when these are okay. I don't know where we're using ore. I'm using it for some of those catalysts, I believe. No, they are completely idle. So, oh, well, that's strange. It'll hopefully sort itself. Now the copper. Boom, there's another one. And copper is in trouble. We still have a lot of this, but it's hard to, it's not really keeping up. You see the ingots here, it's not really keeping up. The cobalt, we haven't started on this yet. Gold is fine, iron is fine. Lead is not fine. Look at how bad the lead is. So we definitely need to take a look at the lead, why that's not working. Nickel is crazy because that's a residual product. So that's just stuck it there because it never ever used for anything. Junk. I mean, if I find something where I can put nickel in, I will. Silicon is okay. We don't have any silicon ingots, and silicon plates is also kind of in trouble. So I think we need to take a look at silicon because you can see down here, the glass is also strained. So silicon might be something. Silver, we don't have silver ingots in this recipe, so that's why it's empty. Steel is fine. Tin is a big problem. Titanium we haven't started. Tungsten we haven't started. Zinc is okay. Actually a bit strange why we don't have more zinc plates. Maybe that's because we're not really producing it at this point. And glass is fine. Okay, and over here you can also see the normal ones. This is the critical one. This is the basic electronic boards. They are in trouble. This one is in trouble. But the electronic circuit boards, they are doing fine. And the larger ones we haven't started on. Raw materials, stereotype and cretinium are in short supply. That's because that's being converted into copper. I believe if we go down here, we can see here cretinium. The copper is using cretinium and stereotype, and cretinium and stereotype is being used heavily for the copper, and that's why we're losing it there. It's also one of those conditions that you can see here. I've created double up for the iron production with sapphirite and dualite. That's the mixture. However, I only have a single one for cretinium and a single one for for stereotype. So that definitely needs to be scaled up. However, I don't really want to scale it up here. I want to make a separate island over here that takes maybe all of this and just puts it on the train. That would be really awesome if we could do that in the future. So aside from this, we built trains, we built modules. We have also started building the purple signs. It's probably easier to look at the purple signs here. But the reason why I wanted the purple signs was to get some better modules. Or no, beacons, better beacons here. They have a much higher conversion rate and I can actually build them now, so I will. And let's see, how long time does it take? They take 30 seconds, these take 15 seconds, so that's fine. Now, what am I looking for here? Science. And that's why I need it. This requires, let's just trace it all the way back. It's actually this one, the biosilicate extract. So nothing particularly fancy here. Silicon plate, steel, plastic, basic electronic boards, and methane. Nothing much to worry about. The methane, actually, there is a bit of a catch on that one, because methane is something we did not have in previously. And in order to make it, let's see, this one should also have an icon. I think I'll make it as the methane icon. Methane gas, there. Because what happens here is that you can see I am getting, well, I should be getting some synthesis gas in. Unfortunately, I don't have so much synthesis gas. But anyway, the stuff I have is going in here, becoming, oh, it's residual gas is coming in, being converted into synthesis gas. Synthesis gas is coming up here and being converted into methane, ethane, and butane. The ethane and the butane are not being used now, but they will be used. The ethane will become polyethylene and become plastic, and the butane will become something else and also become plastic. So that's my key way of making plastic. Yeah, and plastic is actually struggling a bit. So it's not keeping up because this one is just not good enough at feeding it. Actually, it is kind of interesting to see that this is increasing, but it's simply these ones are not able to keep up. And I think this is the bottleneck. Yeah, these are the bottlenecks. So maybe we should have some better steam crackers. Can we do that? That's one steam cracker. We can get, yeah, we can definitely get a better one. We cannot get this one because we don't have concrete brick and we don't have titanium. Titanium is definitely something we gotta work on next time. Oh, let's go back to the map. We were in the process of looking at this one. Yeah, this is the process or the product we're looking at, and it's actually the plastic bar that constrains our purple science. So lots of things are being constrained, and that's perfectly fine. When we go science-wise from the biosilicate extract, it goes into this one that just makes it activated. Silly, but that's just the way it is. Once it's activated, it goes into QL bioprocessor, and that takes 30 seconds. And then comes insulated wire, which at this point means insulated wire needs rubber, and then electronic circuit boards. So that's like really expensive to build. And then we also have this one, which is quite trivial. The great thing about it is it actually produces some sulfur. Where is this one? Let's actually have a look at it. And is it here? Yes, it is. So there's a lot of sulfur. I think we might want to... I think this one should actually be constrained like this. They're still going to be fixed here. 50 of those, but oh, hold on. That's actually just totally wrong product. There. Copy. Paste. Paste. Right, so it says up to 50 of those, and I don't think that makes sense. Why 50? Should be like 200. Why not? Copy, paste, paste, and flip it around. Paste, paste. Yeah. But it gives us an opportunity to get rid of all the sulfur, which means that if I look carefully down here, this one is empty. Oh, why is this not just one of these? And then I could just say, it would be great if we could request some sulfur here. Like maybe 1000 sulfur, just to make sure that it's topped up. And this one, well, this is the irony of it, isn't it? The one is operational and the other one is not. Why is this one not operational? All of it is yellow. This one, oh, it's because it's completely stuck here. And here it's going to be put into a active provider, and this one it's going to be put into a passive provider. So that one just needs to go away because I just want a lot of sulfur. What is our sulfur product actually? Yeah, I have 10,000 sulfur. And I have sulfur dioxide gas and I have sulfuric acid. Not as much as I'd like. But that's actually strange. Why? Oh, it's because it's being picked up at this point. So we do have enough sulfur and sulfuric acid. Anyway, I think this is a pretty good summary of where we are. What I'll be working on next time is finishing up some more of our metals, scaling up some of the ones that are constrained, like this one. This one is in trouble. I would also like to get in some trains running so that we can build maybe another island out here, maybe make the solar panel island automatically built within the train. So when the train is full, it goes over, you know, that would be awesome. And we can also make over here like maybe an island exclusively for washing. That'd be cool. And so it would basically export nodules. Yeah, we could that. Or we could even just say nodules on one side and this. No, I think it actually would be fun to have it like completely compartmentalized. That would be awesome. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a big sorting or a washing area and then another island maybe over here, I don't know, that is dedicated to the sorting, and then get that on trains back to this location. So this location will be our main production hub where things are coming in. That means I should probably leave some room up here for a bigger train station than that one, but let's see about it. Anyway, time to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're enjoying it. Be sure to check out on my next stream. I expect to be streaming primarily Tuesdays and Thursdays. Maybe one of those days we'll miss, but definitely that's my agenda. So thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.